Jesus.
Well, that's just a little turbulent. Why are you so nervous, love?
I don't know. I didn't sleep well last night.
Oh, it's been a while since you...
It's nothing. All right, I'll be fine. Just make sure that cargo's secure.
Everything looks fine back here. Things are shifting a little, but...
Damn it!
All right, that was quite a belt. Let's get our minds on something else. You ever still think about Ireland?
It's 30 years since I've been there, Leonore. I don't remember anything.
Don't be daft. Tell me a story about when you were a little boy.
All right. Did I ever tell you about the time I stole a box of sweets?
The Fidelio Incident begins with a normal conversation between Stanley and Leonore in their plane. They are on the way from... no idea where they came from and where they are going to, because before Stanley can finish his story...
Away with it.
Well, that's the thing. He...
Oh, shit! Oh my god! Stanley!
Put your
Stanley,
seatbelt
look!
on!
The left engine's on fire!
No.
The Fidelio Incident joins the long list of walking simulators. By the way, recently I heard that this term is used in a partly pejorative way, for games where you do nothing else but walk and watch, and that's exactly what is criticized. I think this is more the exact description for walking simulators, and as it has been shown very often, this must be anything but bad. Besides, what else are the games called? The Fidelio Incident takes doing nothing again to another level. In most walking simulators you will have smaller gameplay elements, even if it is only the periodic clicking on the left mouse button in
Naissance.
At the beginning, one really only walks around here. Even the flashlight, which you find relatively quickly, is automatically switched on and off by the game. But in the course of the game, you are at least able to turn a few valves. With these, smaller puzzles are implemented into the game, but these are no real puzzles. Apart from the fact that they are very simple, you don't even have to really think about them. It is enough to have a look at what the game lets you do. Since it's not that much, you do what you can do in the game and get ahead. So, for example, just turn this valve. I don't know why I'm doing this, what it will be good for, but I can turn it, so it will definitely make sense. And you have solved the puzzle.
Oh, this valve. Maybe. That's good. Oh, thank God.
At the beginning, you find yourself next to some wreckage and you are in danger of freezing to death. To prevent this, you run from one burning wreckage to the next or from one geyser to the next. And in the beginning, you're really doing nothing else. Simply walking simulator. There is not really much to explore. The game pretends to have a relatively open game world, especially in the beginning, but due to the threat of death by frostbite, all ways are very limited. But it has the nice side effect that you can't get lost and therefore the game doesn't get boring. The paths are easy to find, either through the black smoke or the high white geysers. And here too the rule is, use what the game offers you. Here for example I took a side path and accidentally took a door with me. I didn't know that one would still need it. And again I accidentally solved the puzzle.
This thing. Christ, I hope it's big enough to protect me.
These kinds of games have, due to their genre, weaknesses in gameplay, but mostly stronger in story and atmosphere. The latter is also decently succeeded. Maybe that has something to do with the former on the day, but I was able to put myself in the protagonist's place right from the start. I don't know what it's like to have crashed and stand in front of the freezing point several times, but the game world itself, the rushing wind, the crackling of the fire and the background music create such a game feeling that is just right for such a setting. Nothing outstanding, but more than good enough. And if you have bought the game on Steam, you get the soundtracks for free. Worth it. The story is told through diary entries in the first half of the game. The diary was written by our companion Leonore, and she also reads it to us right away. Later on, the story is expanded with memories and self-talks. The special thing about this is that the diary entries are not found in chronological order, so you have to make up your own past events. And if that should bother someone, once you have found the entries, they are sorted chronologically. If you don't find all pages, and don't worry, most of them can be found without problems, then you can read all entries again at the end after the credits, even those you didn't find. For example, I didn't find 3 or 4 pages and still I understood the story.
But when I looked over at Stanley, he was wearing fucking headphones and messing with his cassette player. He said he'd heard it all before. I couldn't believe it. He has no idea how lucky he is.
I personally like it when you have to make up a story yourself. And so I also have a lot for the story of the Fidelio Incident. Not a complex story, once you know it you can easily retell it in under 5 minutes. But it's all about how it's told, and so every minute of the game was entertaining for me. For which, by the way, you only need about 2 hours. So the Fidelio Incident is a game you can play through in one evening. If you want to play a very relaxed game, if you just want to get the story told but don't want to watch a movie, then a game like this is exactly what you need. Not a masterpiece, nothing I will remember very much in a few months, but it's good. And under the conditions mentioned, definitely a recommendation, because you will certainly not regret it.
Oh, Jesus. It's cold in here as it is outside. Maybe colder.